So hey guys, this is my Loft 89 experience. I went to a concert on June 27th at Hyde Park. I went on my own. I had premium view, but I was going on my own. I met some of my friends there, but they had general admission and I had premium, so we were like in the queue together, but we didn't actually get to go in together. But I met two girls in the queue, Kira and Grace, who I sat with and then stood with in the actual thing, and they were the girls that I took with me to Loft 89. I hadn't made an outfit or anything because I was going on my own, and it felt kind of like, not weird making an outfit on my own, but a bit weird. But I did make a sign and I'll insert a clip of it here. You probably saw it on Tumblr if you follow me on Tumblr. Once we got into the actual like standing pen where we were in, I was actually by the barrier and this was my view. So that's the stage, the catwalk covered by the cover. I think it was during Clean, maybe? Yeah, I think during Clean, where so Taylor was on the catwalk and she like went above us and then around behind us, so we ended up, everyone turned around and we ended up being at the barrier with our backs to it, so no one was really behind us. So that's when I held my sign up the most. So it was kind of like this, so she was behind us like that. We didn't have like blocking anyone's view. So I held my sign up then, and obviously Andrea, Carly and Emma and everyone were up in the like viewing tower above, not above me, but in the same zone as me, so they were able to see it when I turned it around. So then I think just before the beginning of Bad Blood, or just during Bad Blood, Andrea started walking down a bit further down from us and stopped just a couple people down from us, called two girls to the front and invited them to Loft 89. Obviously everyone freaked out for them and everyone was just crying from seeing Andrea and everything. Then she came and stopped right in front of me, and obviously I cried straight away. She asked me if I'd ever met Taylor before. I said I'd met her at the Brits, but she said no, like a meet and greet or Club Red or anything, and obviously I hadn't. And then she asked how many people I was with, and I said obviously Kira and Grace and my two friends across the catwalk, but she couldn't get to them, so they unfortunately didn't get to come with me. And then she said like, she basically invited us to Loft 89 and she gave us each a wristband and she gave us the Loft 89 pass. So yeah, then basically most of the rest of the concert is a total blur for me. We were crying for probably about 3 songs, like sobbing, calling our parents, telling them, like, because obviously we were going to be so much later home. Luckily my dad actually came up with me, so he was waiting outside the whole time while I was in Loft 89 for me. So it got to the end of the concert and we went and found the like backstage where we needed to go. We got led to like just line up by somewhere, and then Sierra from Taylor Nation came, took all our details on like a laptop so that they know we've now met her, and just basically waited with us because we had to wait a while because other people had got lost trying to find it, so we had to wait for everyone to like get to the place we were going. So then we walked in and were being like led through, like I guess it was the dressing rooms we were being led through, and it's literally as soon as we walked in, Scott was right there. We weren't actually in Loft 89 yet, so we just kind of hugged him, asked how he was, and we asked if he had any guitar picks, but he didn't have any on him, but he was just like, oh, I'll see you in there and he'll like bring some to Loft 89. So we kind of like said bye to him and we went into the actual Loft 89, and this is what it looked like. So it was just kind of like sofas and this as well, like just everyone was chilling, and it was quite nice to be able to calm down because obviously we'd been so hyped up from the concert and we knew what was coming, but like we obviously all wanted to be calm to actually meet Taylor, so it was nice to have that like 20 minutes or so to actually calm down. And then Scott came in and he like gave out guitar picks and then took pictures with everyone, so this is my picture with him. So yeah, he was so lovely. We asked like how Austin was and he said he was really good, and we just talked for ages. He was literally so kind and so lovely, and then just Taylor came through and everyone freaked out. We all kind of like we'd already been explained that she'd go around each group individually and we just had to wait our turn. So Taylor comes in, re-explains that to us, and then it's just like, oh, I brought some special guests with me, I hope you don't mind, something like that. And so obviously we don't mind, like we were freaking out already. And so she introduced, well, Martha Hunt was there, Carly was there, Emma Watson was there, and then her dancers were obviously around as well, and her mum and her dad. So they basically said each person would go around a group at a time, so that a group had one person all the time, so no one was like kind of stood around doing nothing, if that makes sense. So Taylor was basically just like, grab your person, like grab whoever you want, and she went to the first group, who was the group in front of us, so we were the second group to meet Taylor. So the first person we met was Martha, and I got a picture with her, and she was literally so lovely. She was so sweet. She gave us like really cute hugs, and we were talking to her about, like, I asked her about her height because I'm quite tall, so I was quite interested, which sounds really weird. So yeah, we were talking to her for ages, and then I think she, like, because obviously everyone wants to see them, so she kind of went to the other group and we were just kind of hanging around because we knew we were next for Taylor. She came up to us and she gave us all the biggest hugs ever, and it was so amazing. And she asked us how we were, like, I asked her if she'd seen my sign and she said she had, and Kira's been noticed a lot online, and she asked if she remembered her, and she did, well, recognised her, and she did, which was so cool. And we kind of were talking for quite a while, or it felt like quite a while anyway. We were talking about her speeches and how we were like, oh, we loved your speeches, and she said like that she worries sometimes that people don't like them or that they're too long, and we were just like, no, they're amazing, like they help us all so much. And then I was telling her about all my friends that I've made online because of her, and she was saying like how amazing it is, like seeing on like Tumblr and everything, people making friends because of her, and like how she helps us so much. And then so we took our picture, and this is our picture. And then she signed Kira's phone case, and she signed Grace's ticket, and then she signed mine as well. And she actually asked if my name had 2 dots above the E. Well, I think she said something like, oh, does it have their thingies on it? And obviously it does, so that was really cool, like no one ever usually asked that. So yeah, she signed my ticket, and then I actually asked her if she would write some lyrics for me, and I asked her if she would write "Right There Where We Stood Was Holy Ground." So yeah, that's it. And I asked for them lyrics because on the Red Tour I was in pit and she held my hand during that lyrics, and it just means a lot to me and it makes me really happy. And so yeah, she asked me like why I wanted them lyrics or something, so I told her like she held my hand during it. And then that was basically it with Taylor. Like it was so quick, but at the same time it was like a good 10 minutes, which really, you think about it, is pretty incredible. Like 30 people in there and she spent 10 minutes with everyone. But yeah, so that was meeting Taylor. It's incredible. So then I wanted to go and speak to Carly really badly because I'd kind of briefly met her at the Brit Awards, which me and my friend Leah went to, but only Leah got a picture with her, which I wanted Leah to get because, yeah, it's a long story, but basically she didn't get a picture with Taylor very well, so I wanted to make sure she had one with Carly. So it was kind of like a second chance for me to meet Carly, and I love her so much and she's so amazing, so I was so happy that she was there. But so we kind of went in like her general direction, but she was still busy, so while she was busy we actually spoke to Taylor's dancers, or some of them anyway, and they were really friendly, and we were like asking them about how, like, did they miss home very much, and like their favourite shows and like all their hometown gigs, and they were really, really nice. And I got a picture with one of them here. We were talking to them for a while, and then finally Carly was free and we like straight zoomed in there because everyone wanted to speak to her. So we all hugged her, and she was really like, she was loving the hugs. She said like that she loved getting all the hugs, which was really cute. And then I mentioned that I'd met her at the Brits and that I didn't get to get a picture, and then I explained about Leah, and she was just like, oh well, we'll have to get some now. So we took these pictures. So there's that one, and we took like a couple of them, and then like she basically took my phone and was just like, oh, one thing I've learned from modelling is how to use lighting. And so we had like a mini photo shoot kind of thing. We did some with just me and her, and then we took some as a group, like these ones, and she literally spent so much time with us and it was incredible. And we were talking about Carly's cookies and how we were saying that she should sell them over here, and that she said she wants to, so hopefully she will do in the future. But yeah, we were talking to Carly for a while, but she's literally sunshine, like that's the perfect way to describe her, and she is in person as much as she is on camera. But yeah, that was so incredible meeting her, and she was so lovely to us. I also got Carly to sign my ticket because she's literally such an inspiration to me. She's one of the nicest girls I've ever had the chance to meet, and I'll literally never forget meeting her, so I definitely wanted her to sign something as like a memento. But yeah, I'll insert some of the other pictures we took with Carly here so that you guys can see them all, or there's a blog post all about them on my Tumblr. So yeah, finally we met Andrea, and obviously it was kind of one of the most important ones to me because she like saw my sign in the crowd. She chose me to meet her daughter, meet my idol. So we went up and we straight away gave her like the biggest hugs because she was the reason we were there, and we could not thank her enough. So we just kept thanking her, and I like thanked her for noticing my sign, and she was just like, oh, it's not the sign, it's the person, and that she could see how much it meant to me, and obviously it did, it meant the world to me. And like she totally understood. We like went off to a more private corner to take our picture, which is this one. We were talking to her for probably 15-20 minutes, like right until Taylor was leaving, which it went really quickly, but it was the nicest conversation. We were talking about like our parents and how similar they are to her and how much our mums love Taylor, and we asked about like does Austin miss Taylor, and because I've got an older brother it's kind of like the same relationship. And we were talking about like, so my brother and like my relationship with him and Taylor and Austin, how like they get along so well but still like wind each other up and fight, which is really funny because it's exactly the same as me and my brother. And I mentioned about my best friends and how I've made friends with them because of Tumblr and because of Taylor, and that we wouldn't have ever known each other and become the best friends if it weren't for Taylor, and how thankful I am for them. And I think that was about it. By like just as we were finishing up talking to her, Taylor like was shouting bye and everything, so like Andrea was obviously leaving as well. So that's my Loft 89 experience. It was honestly the most incredible night of my life. I'll never forget it. It still doesn't seem real, and it's literally been 2 months. So yeah, thanks for watching if you made it this far. Bye.